choices that benefit the earth rather than hurt it. So, environmental awareness, the environment constitutes a very important part of human life. Unfortunately, the natural environment is on the brink of destruction, and humanity is to blame. People's exploitations of raw materials has caused environmental degradation. Sustainable development, according to Brundtland Commission Report 1987, is a process of change in which the exploitation of resources, the direction of investment, the orientation of technological development, and institutional change are all in harmony and enhance both current and future potential to meet human needs and aspirations. So, what is sustainable development? So, sustainable development involves meeting the needs of present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It focuses on balancing economic growth, environmental stewardship, and social inclusion. The key goals include reducing poverty, promoting sustainable economic growth, ensuring access to clean water and energy, and protecting ecosystems. So, next is environmental degradation. Natural disasters and the Earth's constant shifting tectonic plates affect the Earth's physical surface. An earthquake can cause parts of Earth's crust to break apart or merge. Volcanic eruption can cover entire areas of land with lava and thereby reshape the landscape of a particular region. So, it means that the environment, through the depletions of resources such as water, air, and soil, the destructions of ecosystems, and the extinction of wildlife, it is often driven by the human activities such as deforestation, pollution, and overexploitation of natural resources. Next is natural landscape evolution by Johnson et al. 1997. These changes are natural, and when they occur, the Earth is able to adjust the changes that they introduce because of a phenomenon. So the first is the Mount Pinatubo crater in August 1991. So Mount Pinatubo crater in August 1991. In August 1991, shortly after the catastrophic eruption, the crater of Mount Pinatubo was a desolate and ash-covered landscape. The eruption had created a large caldera, and the surrounding area was heavily impacted by volcanic debris and lahar flows. Vegetation and wildlife in the region were devastated. Next is the Mount Pinatubo crater in December 2008. By December 2008, the crater of Mount Pinatubo had transformed significantly. Over the years, the crater lake had formed rainwater accumulated in the caldera. The environment around the crater began to recover, with new vegetation taking root and wildlife returning. This transportation showcased the resilience of nature and the possibility of recovery following significant environment disturbance. By Johnson et al. 1997, defined the environmental degradation as a damaging alternation that upsets environmental processes compared to natural calamities such as earthquake and volcano eruption. Environmental degradation is linked to man-made disturbance on Earth's natural processes. So next is the causes of environmental degradation. So next is the causes of environmental degradation. So when we say causes of environmental degradation, which is effective or effect epekto sa environment. So there are many types of causes of environmental degradation. So first is the pollution. So pollution. Pollution is the introduction of harmful substances in the environment, which is present almost everywhere in different forms. So according to Sharma et al. 2013, air and water pollution cause environmental degradation that result in the death of millions of people. A particular example of water pollution is contamination of bodies of water that harm the quality of water as well as its biodiversity. So next is the population growth. According to Rizal and Ortiz Espina, in 2013, the world population has grown in great magnitude, from being less than 1 billion in the 1800s to well over 7 billion in 2015. As a result, the demand for energy, food, and water also increased. Population growth greatly strains the physical land area of the planet. So extreme measures are done to fulfill the needs of growing population. So next is the urbanization. So urbanization, another causes of environmental degradation, is urbanization, or the shift of population from the rural to urban areas and the transformation of towns and cities into larger areas due to gradual increase of people living and working there. So the United Nations projects that by 2050, the number of the world population living in urban areas would increase from 55% of the world's population in 2018. Almost 90% of the increase would take place in the Asia and Africa. Next is the urban island, or UHI. A metropolitan area that is significantly warmer than a rural areas due to the heat created by energy from all the people, vehicles, and facilities. Urbanization also contributes to changing regional weather patterns as urban areas are said to generate more rainfall due to the UHI effect or urban heat island. So next is the industrialization. As societies continue to develop, the industry necessary to sustain them all involved. These include primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary industries that involve extracting, processing, refining, and technologizing raw materials to finished goods. These industries have involved means and technologies that make human life more convenient. So for the continuation is the effects of environmental degradation. The effects of environmental degradation are felt by all living species across the earth. Those that are unable to adapt the rapidly changing environment are more vulnerable to the effects of environmental decay. Examples of the effects include climate crisis, scarcity of resources, loss of biodiversity, and even public health threats. Environmental degradation affects the availability of natural resources. Exploitation degrades the quality and quantity of these resources. Deforestation not only depletes resources but also causes soil erosion that weakens the soil's quality and structure if such exploitation of the environment continues. Much of valuable resources used today may no longer be available in the future. So the Earth's natural processes can be disrupted by the different form of environmental degradation. The continued emissions of harmful gases depletes the ozone layer, the Earth's primary form protection against the harmful rays of the sun. This corrupts the Earth's ability to naturally keep itself cold, thus disorienting the natural atmospheric cycles experienced in different parts of the world. So, the biodiversity. Biodiversity refers to the different kinds of living organisms found in a given area, habitats of many species that treated by the production of needed goods and services. Industrialization and commercialization destroy habitats, and the introductions of invasive species can threaten the survival of indigenous species. So next is the Philippines on environmental awareness. First is the Philippine Mining Act of 1995, Republic Act of 7942. This law aims to protect the environment by the extractions of mineral resources by mining companies while expanding foreign investment and increasing mining output. And second is Philippine Clean Air Act of 1999, Republic Act 8749. This law aims to reduce air population by incorporating environmental protection into environmental plans. Likewise, it sets emissions standards for motor vehicles and pollutant limitation for different industries. This law encourages self-regulation on the part of individuals and companies to ensure reduced emissions of harmful gases. Third is National Environmental Awareness and Education Act of 2008, Republic Act 9512. So this law requires different government agencies in the field of education to promote environmental awareness in the curriculum. Schools must discuss traits of harming and exploiting the environment, the citizens' responsibility to the environment, and the value of the conserving, protecting, and rehabilitating natural resources in the context of sustainable development. Private sectors. Numerous studies are conducted to survey environmental awareness regarding current issues. In a research study conducted by Medallion and Gallardo 2015, students who attend an environmental seminars at the Lyceum of the Philippines in Laguna were interviewed regarding the issues they are most familiar with concerning global warming. A similar study conducted by the Pablo 2012 looked at different factors that measure how environmentally aware students of the University of Northern Philippines were. The study concluded that the students had very high environmental awareness levels and good environmental practice. News agencies can also help in spreading environmental awareness by publishing articles on how to preserve in the environment. Next is the world and environmental awareness. First is the Montreal Protocol on substances that deplete the ozone layer. It is an international treaty that focuses on the need to protect the ozone layer. It is a treaty designed to help the signatories recognized finally by the treaty as the parties take steps to lessen the eventually eliminate the amount of ozone-depleting substances emitted into the atmosphere. Next is the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, or UNFCCC. It is the convention that recognizes the negative effects of greenhouse gases, or GHG, on the Earth's climate and the human condition. According to the report published by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, or IPCC, in 2013, gases emitted through different industry-related human activities has been a primary driver of climate change from the mid-20th century until the present. So next is the Kyoto Protocol. It is the first international agreement sponsored by the UNFCCC. It was an international agreement introduced by the UN in 1997 and enforced in 2005. Next is the Paris Agreement. It is the most recent treaty relating to the UNFCCC. The agreement was signed by almost all present parties except Russia, Turkey, Iran, Iraq, and other smaller countries. So next is the Millennium Development Goals, or the MDG, are the set of 8 goals formulated by the participating entities of the United Nations in 2000. These goals serve as the roadmap that guided the development plans of all participating nations with a target date of 2015. And the last is the Sustainable Development Goals, or the SDG. The SDG's 17 goals range from the alleviations of poverty to quality education. However, its intentions are small, similar to the MDGs is in terms of environmental sustainability. 7 out of the 17 goals outlined in the Sustainable Development Goals advocate to increase efforts to promote and practice environmental sustainability. And that's all our topic for